Welcome back to the Alice Stewart Show, 7:06 here in Central Arkansas. And no doubt, all eyes in Washington have been on the heated conversations over Syria. And yesterday, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee did vote to authorize President Barack Obama to conduct what they refer to as a limited U.S. military operation against Syria for their use of chemical weapons. As we know, President Obama drew a red line for the use of chemical weapons, and now he is trying to get everyone on board to show that he is now leading from the front, and he's having a difficult time with that. And here to comment on that, we have our Congressman Tim Griffin here. Congressman, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
And you being a veteran, having served in the military, you speak very well on this issue, and you have been very outspoken on this in regard to your concerns and your apprehension at this point, given the developments, apprehension about moving forward on intervention in Syria.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the way that this entire situation has been handled by the president thus far over the last, not taking any sort of significant action over the last 6 months or so, and then in the last few weeks to go off script, establish a red line rhetorically, and sort of box himself in. And then it looked like that he was going to take action unilaterally without Congress. He got a lot of political backlash, and so he decides to go to Congress. That's sort of the context and the backdrop, which does not exactly inspire confidence. And then the president now should be coming with a plan that specifies what is our national interest, why precisely are we going to do what we're going to do at this time, what is our ultimate goal, and how does the proposed action help achieve that? And I don't think that the president has made a good case for this. I know he hasn't publicly, and the American people and Arkansans definitely aren't convinced. I've never seen an issue that brought the most liberal folks together with the most conservative like this one. It is almost unanimous opposition to the president on this. And look, the president's commander-in-chief. The president has the apparatus of the CIA, the State Department, the Defense Department, all of these different resources at his disposal. He's the one seeking authorization. It is his burden to have a plan. That's what the executive, the commander-in-chief, has the obligation to do. Sure, members of Congress can have ideas on how to best do some of these things, but he's the commander-in-chief with thousands of people under his authority, and he needs to be the one to lay it out and tell us what the plan is. And I just haven't heard it. And so I think this is an uphill battle for the president.
Congressman, I know you're limited on your time this morning. I wanted to ask you about this, and that the president has been pretty telegraphic about that this will be a limited strike. This will be very reserved, no boots on the ground, basically telling the time, place, and manner in which we will attack. How does that sit with someone like yourself, a military leader? How is that going to send a message to Assad when they know all of the details virtually on how we're going to, quote, send a message?
Well, certainly now that he's said what he has said, the president, he doesn't have to do it precisely that way. You can always change course. But it just is another piece of evidence indicating that this has been ham-handed in the way it's been handled. And again, that doesn't inspire confidence going forward. The other thing that strikes me as interesting and worthy of discussion is that a lot of folks say they're going to give him they're going to give the president limited authority. I would just say good luck with that, because the president said from the start he doesn't believe he even needs to come to Congress. And what does that tell you? Well, that tells you that he's doing it because he believes he gets political cover out of it.
All right, and if things go bad, then he can blame it on Congress. I have one question for you, in that here we are, America, the world superpower. Ronald Reagan has established us as the peace through strength. We're the mighty superpower. Well, as a result of all of this leading from behind, we have Syrian leader Assad calls Obama weak. We have the Russian leader Putin calling our Secretary of State Kerry a liar. What does that do for America's credibility on the world stage?
Well, I do believe, just as a general matter, that we are reaping what we have sown in terms of the damage to our credibility, and I think that has, in large part, to what the president has done in that region. The president, I was talking to some folks about Israel yesterday. The president has been less than the best friend of Israel that traditionally U.S. presidents are. He gave sort of what's been called by many an apology speech in the Middle East when we first took office, and has just been all over the board. And I think a lot of what we're seeing in Syria is the fact that for months nothing was done, and there was delay after delay, and only after the red line comment and he boxed himself in did he feel like he had to do something. So I'm still listening, but I'm a strong lean no at this point. I'm going to make a final decision after my briefing on Monday. But I can tell you that there are a lot of my colleagues in the House and Senate who it's going to be hard to get them to a yes on this one. It's just we just don't see what the president's vision is on it, and it's unfortunate the way this is all played out, but it's not surprising.
Well, there's certainly no misunderstanding where you stand on that. A hard no at this point, and I don't see a whole lot changing your mind. Congressman Tim Griffin, thank you so much for your time. I know you have a lot on your plate, and look forward to talking to you next week as things unfold when you get back to Washington. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a quick break and continue the conversation on possible intervention in Syria with Patrick Howley from the Daily Caller. More on how is America being viewed on the world stage. That and much more coming up on the Alice Stewart Show.
When I count my blessings